Hello and welcome to today's webinar, which is all about the new itslearning and the fabulous new features we've got coming. My name's Ella Coles and I'm a Pedagogical Consultant with itslearning, which means I support schools and colleges all over the UK to use their itslearning platform and get the very best out of it for you and your learners. We'll try and answer as many of your questions today as possible at the end of this webinar. Just jot them down in the GoToWebinar message box, and those that we don't have time to answer today, we will answer by email after the webinar. We will also record this webinar as well as replaying it next Wednesday, 6th of June at 3:30, and also Thursday the 14th of July at 12 o'clock. So please let your colleagues know. The URL for the link to the webinar, the recorded webinar, will be shown at the end of this presentation. itslearning has been supporting teachers in schools and colleges for many years now to deliver 24/7 learning to learners. And over that time, things have changed quite a lot in the world of education. Technology has advanced, social media now plays an ever-growing part in our everyday lives, and mobile devices and smartphones mean that teachers and learners can work with itslearning anywhere, at any time, and in the way that suits them best. Here at itslearning, we've been working for the last 2 years on producing a brand new, easier to use itslearning, which is better suited to the way you've been telling us you want to use it. And we're now ready to introduce our new platform. We're doing this in 2 stages so that schools and colleges can choose to make the change at a pace to suit you. First, a new and refreshed design with several new and improved tools for all our existing customers. The first stage of improvements will be deployed to you automatically through several releases in July. Then you can opt in to additional enhancements when you're ready. From the beginning of July, you'll see a new visual design with new icon sets and a colour scheme which is designed to be much clearer and easier on the eye. But don't worry, all your courses and resources are still in the same place. Everything should still be very familiar. You will have a new global menu with a fresh modern design, and we've introduced new lists for courses and projects. You'll see a nice drop down showing the most recent courses you've been using. This replaces the go-to shortcut menu, and it's much more intuitive to use. You can still access your full course list from the All Courses link. In the middle of July, we'll introduce the first of the new features, one of the best digital libraries out there. The library will now make it easy for teachers to find relevant learning material and share it with others in your school. In fact, in your community or anywhere within itslearning world, if you so choose. There's a new state-of-the-art search engine, preloaded content with millions of resources. You'll be able to search by curriculum or individual learning plan, and it will even suggest content for you. All content can be tagged, rated, and searched according to curriculum, and there's a simplified workflow for creating, publishing, and collaborating on content. Over the summer holidays, we'll be releasing some more great features. Perhaps the most exciting of these is the new messaging system. You'll recognise this sort of thing from your favourite social media sites. Messages are now arranged in conversations, and live updates of messages allow users to chat directly without reloading pages. You'll always see the latest message, and if you click on it, you'll see the whole conversation. You have auto suggestions when adding recipients, making it easier to message a person, a course, or a project. It's easy to add photos, images and emojis to personalise your messages. With this messaging system, we're also introducing an improved and streamlined privacy system, including the most requested changes. Full details of these new settings are available in the release notes on the itslearning website. Your courses will be instantly familiar. With the left menu, you still have the same options from the cog and can arrange blocks how you want. But the thing we're introducing is a new bulletin system in all courses, so that you're always available. We're trying to make this easier to use to ensure that communication flows easily. You can now type directly into the box instead of opening a separate page. Yes, it means that the rich text editor has gone, but it makes it much more mobile friendly and quicker to use. It's easy to embed content. Just paste in a URL and the content is instantly embedded in the news stream. Which brings me on to one of the other new features, which is the news feed. On each user's new homepage, you now have a news stream. Before, you only saw notifications of things that had been added to a course. Now you have the news bulletins for all your courses, and you can quickly comment on them as well. The newsfeed is continuous, so you can just scroll down through the stream to find earlier bulletins and notifications. I just want to talk briefly about a new feature that we're introducing called Your Students. This will give you quick access to all your learners rather than having to go into each individual course to see them. You can select a specific course and seeing your students there, you can see how they're progressing through the tasks that have been set. You can see when they last logged in, and by clicking on a student's name, you can go straight to their profile card, where you can see the latest activity, assessments, and any recent instant message conversations that you've had with them. So that's a quick tour of the first stage of the new itslearning, which starts to roll out this weekend. From September 2016, itslearning customers will be able to opt for a new version of itslearning. This looks quite a bit different, and we want you to be able to decide when your organisation is ready to make the change. With a much cleaner and fresher look, the new itslearning has been designed to work beautifully on all types and sizes of mobile device and computer, and on all browsers. As part of our research, we surveyed thousands of learners to find out what they wanted and what would help them to engage with the platform. Overwhelmingly, they asked for a calm, modern look which was consistent whichever course they went into. They wanted up-to-the-minute information on what they had to do, what had changed in their courses, and what was coming up. And they wanted it to work well on whatever device they were using to access the platform. We've listened, and this is the result. If I just log in to the platform here at the moment, I'm going in as a teacher, and you'll see that the old-fashioned left-hand navigation panel has gone. Instead, you have a main menu along the top, the main global menu, to access the most important features from anywhere in the platform. Your courses are here, and the main dashboard for your school or college is here under groups, along with any projects that you're a member of. The links to your files, e-portfolio and so on, that used to be in the left-hand panel are now in a new personal panel, and I just need to move my webinar toolbar to be able to access it, which you can get to by clicking on your name. The new home page gives you all the information you need. A social media style news feed with bulletins and latest changes coming from all over the school, from all your different courses. This is the same for teachers and students. And also latest tasks. So these will be follow-up tasks in the case of a teacher, and you can see how many are waiting to be marked in its learning. And also any events that are upcoming from the calendars of your various courses. Let's just click on a course and go straight through to it. So we'll go through to English Literature. When you're in a course, you will see the course menu along the top, just underneath the main global menu. All the links which used to sit on the left-hand side are now available here. Resources can be found here. Your lesson plans now sit here. Assessment record and reports are under status and follow-up, just as they used to be, just as before. And things like groups and course settings are under the More menu. You may have noticed that the course dashboard has gone. Students were telling us that they were confused by every teacher organising things differently. They just wanted clear, easy to find information. Instead, the new default course landing page is the course overview. This focuses on communication and having all the up-to-date information available, with bulletins, latest changes, and tasks and events for that course. You will also see the planner block here soon. For those resources or information that were on your dashboard, our developers are producing a tool to convert course dashboards into pages in your resources. And finally, a quick link over on the course menu bar there enables you to add a resource or activity straight from the main page. Let's just go in as a parent now. And if your parents have accounts and use the parent dashboard, they'll see a new tab in the main menu called Your Children, unless they have just one child, in which case the tab will show their child's name. From here, they can access all the information that they would be used to finding on the parent dashboard. For staying up to date, in the autumn we'll also have a new version of the native Apple or Android app. This will be compatible with the new instant messaging system, and will incorporate the new news stream, and will be much easier to set up for first-time users. Finally, this summer, the Early Learner course interface is being retired from itslearning. This means that it will no longer be possible to create new Early Learner courses. Any existing Early Learner courses will be converted to ordinary courses. Our design team are currently looking into how we can optimise the new itslearning for our youngest users and users with special needs, and will communicate these updates at a later date. So, I hope you like what you've seen today and are as excited as we are about the new version. I've been working with a couple of pilot schools in the last few weeks, and the feedback has been extremely positive. If you'd like to switch to the full version of the new itslearning, please contact your account manager or the support desk, and they'll advise you of what you need to do. And the improvements don't stop there. Over the coming months, we'll be continuing an ongoing programme of improvements to make itslearning friendlier, more intuitive to use, and introducing many of the features you've asked us for, like the ability to co-author documents, better homework and planning tools, and correcting work in line. For more information on these changes and to download copies of the release notes, please visit our website www.itslearning.co.uk/the-new-itslearning-experience. Thank you for joining us today, and I'll now try to answer as many of your questions as possible. You just go back to the webinar. If you do have any questions, please type them into either the chat or the questions part of your dashboard. Doesn't look at the moment as if we've got any questions, none that have come through to me. No questions. Well, in that case, thank you very much for your time. As I say, this webinar will be recorded, so you can have a look at it again, and I look forward to your comments and feedback on the new interface once you've seen it and started using it. Thanks very much. Good afternoon.